Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How are you all doing this evening? I have been feeling this full moon eclipse coming on since last weekend, and I have been clearing and changing, and boy, it's been bringing up a lot of things for me to clear and to release. So how are you all feeling with this going on? This is the third one within just a couple of months. We are in the last of the what they call eclipse season. So I thought tonight it was just so amazing looking at Saturday being the full moon and eclipse, and the juxtaposition of celebrating Independence Day in America, America's birthday. And I was listening to a podcast on YouTube from Deborah Silverman, Astrology. And if you don't know Deborah Silverman, you must check her out. She is funny and witty, and she knows her stuff with astrology. But she was talking about setting the intention with America. And I thought it was so profound. So I wanted to go a little bit into eclipses and why they are so important in our times right now. So eclipses are the gateways to heightened energies. And many of you, especially you that are empaths, have already been feeling this. The heightened energies, it heightens everything, all of our emotions, from anger and sadness to love and everything in between. And a lot of times, these eclipses are, brought into this whole realm so that we can cut and release what no longer serves us. It brings everything bubbling to the surface, right? So if you've had a lot of family issues going on, if there's been a lot going on with maybe your job, within your relationships with people, this is all part of it. It's that heightened energy that's asking us to take a look at what no longer serves us so that we can release that energy for something else to come in, something else that's better that will, help us in our progress and in our life and on our path. So you have to stop and ask yourself, what are the changes that you need to make? What is being brought up into your awareness right now that needs to change? And then be willing to let that go and be willing to set an intention to fill something back in. Because once you have released something, you must fill it back in with something else, with unconditional love, with an intention, because if you don't do it, something will show up and fill that space. And it may not be something that you necessarily want in your life. So bringing intentions are really important. This eclipse is all about being open-minded, flexible, so that it can take us into the next stage of change and what is going on in our lives. Okay? So bringing this all back, it's so amazing that this happens to be on the 4th of July, of Independence Day, the day that America celebrates her birthday. And I say her, I always refer to America in the female sense. So, what a powerful thing. There's so many people out there who are asking, wow, there's so much upheaval and chaos in the world. What is it that I can do to help with that, right? So here is something really fantastic to do. On Saturday, or Friday night actually, as you are setting your intentions for yourself, setting the intention for what you want your life to look like for the next at least 3 months. That can be anything from your job to your work to your family to relationships with people. What does that all look like? Set those intentions right now. And as you're doing that, set an intention for America, not in the sense of government or anything like that, but as America, as the land, as everything magnificent that we remember America to be, and what our founding fathers saw when they first stepped foot on the soil. Say an intention for humanity, right? Say an intention that says, may there be love and joy and health and well-being for all of humanity, for America, for the world, actually, to bring us all together so that we may prosper and grow and be healthy as one. And with that, if you can imagine that if every single person in the world set an intention similar to that on Friday, imagine how it could change the world. It could change the vibration. It could change the awareness of reality. If we could all do that, it's such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful thing. So if you're looking for a way to help out, send that positive energy, set that intention for humanity, for the world, and for America, and celebrate her in the best way that you possibly can. So I hope that helps. And with that, we're going to go to the phone lines tonight. We have Belinda in Queensland, Australia. Good evening, Belinda.
Hello.
Welcome to Your Time to Shine. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What can we do for you tonight?
I guess I'm struggling and feeling quite alone, and not sure really what friends around me to trust. And I think I'm running around in circles, making not the best decisions at the moment. Yeah, I just want to know if things are going to improve.
Okay. Let me take just a moment here and tune into your loved ones, and let me see what they have to say, and I will be right back with you, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so Belinda, so the first thing that I am getting is that, you yourself are a huge empath, and you feel very deeply. You feel for the world, you feel for what's going on, and that's coming into everything that you do, which, not unlike anybody else in the world right now that's kind of feeling all of this, but it's really taking an effect on you.
Yeah.
They're showing me that it is really starting to affect everything that you do each and every day. You're a very positive person. You're very outgoing and very loving and kind, and that shows up in every aspect of your life. And when you're feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, it's really hard for you to be in that space that you so like to be in, right? And so it's throwing you off. It's throwing you off course a bit. And you're not really sure what to do with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple of things here that you can do is to make sure that you are taking some time for you. And when I say that, I mean take a step back a little bit from everything that's going on in the world. Um, Take a step back if you can, and then just get some silence. Let your mind be quieted for even if it's 5 minutes. Okay?
Yeah.
And a good way to do this is just to put your hands on your heart and close your eyes
Yeah.
and breathe and concentrate only on your breathing. Okay? What that does is it brings everything into awareness to our heart chakra and to our heart, and it slows everything down for us. It gives us a chance to be in presence and to breathe. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
This is going to be really, really helpful for you to do this. Even if you can just do it,
Yeah.
a couple times a day,
Yeah.
just to bring that presence back into your life, because that's really what is making you spin out of control, is that you're not being present in the present moment. And I'll tell you, it's really hard right now with what we are all dealing with, right? And what the world is dealing with.
Yeah.
But you have to remember that you can't take it all on, because it's not for you to take on and try to fix as much as you want to try to fix it.
Yeah.
So if you can remember that piece of it, you can send love and light to the world and to all of those who may be having a hard time or suffering. But then you need to be bringing that back to yourself, back into your awareness, because that's going to help you stop spinning, so to speak.
Yes, I feel I am, and I'm making choices that probably aren't that good at the moment. Yeah.
Well, and here again, we're coming up on an eclipse, right? So there's a lot of things coming up for people that need to be released, that need to be healed, and these things are coming up for you too. So if you can stop and recognize what it is that's coming up for you, what is a trigger for you, what is making you just really angry or sad or upset or frustrated. And there's a time in there where you need to be able to release that, relinquish it, and let it go, and set an intention on what you want to have in your life.
Yeah. Okay. Do you see my friendships improving? I'm not sure about any of my friends really.
So what they're showing me on the friendship aspect of it, again, some things are coming up for people to heal around friendships, around relationships. Again, I'm being shown that people are distancing themselves, but it's not because of you, okay? It's because they have some things that they're trying to clear and trying to understand themselves. And so in order to do that, they're pulling away a little bit.
Yes, okay.
But I'm being shown that they're going to come back around, okay?
Okay.
They're going to come back around.
Okay.
Send them love.
Okay.
Send them light. And, see yourself and see them being wrapped in brilliant white light. Okay?
Yes, okay.
I see things really starting to shift for you coming up in late fall. I know that seems like a really long time, but things right now for you are really, they're in this gearing up period, And so
Okay.
things are going to start showing up towards, I would say, like October, November time. And you're going to feel a
Okay.
little bit of a release and a little bit of a shift.
Okay. Okay. Um, it's one other thing. I recently opened the door to my family, but I feel that wasn't the best idea, and I've closed it again. So I'm trying to. Do you think that's the best idea?
Hang on just a moment. So there's been some circumstances with your family that is kind of um, that has caused a little bit of a rift, um, a little bit of a separation, so to speak. Um, I'm being shown that again, this is all stuff that's coming up with this eclipse. Okay, so if you can just give it a little bit of time and give it a little bit of time to level out, it's all going to come back. But right now, there are some big energies at play, and you're not immune from it. There's big energies like this coming up in other people's lives as well. It's part of the collective, where people are reevaluating themselves, they're evaluating their families, they're evaluating their situations. Um, they're showing me that this is going to take a little bit of time to heal. It's not going to be something that's going to come back around real quickly. Um, but they're saying be patient because it'll be worth the wait. Belinda, are you still with us? I'm hoping I'm hoping, Belinda, that helped you, that brought a little bit of peace to you. So I just want to say thank you so much for calling in, um, and do set your intentions for this eclipse because it's going to be really big. Okay. So next we have Marilyn in Niagara Falls, New York. Good evening, Marilyn, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Good evening.
Hi.
What
can I
can you
do?
tell me today?
Are you just looking for something in general, or do you have a specific question?
No, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. All right. Sounds good. So let me tune in and see what your loved ones have to say. And I will be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Wow, Marilyn. So I just have to say, you have some fantastic energy. Your loved ones are showing me, and I feel it as well. You have a really dynamic personality. You're very strong. You know exactly what it is that you want. You're full of fire. You're full of life, and it comes through so much on every level. Um, you have a way with people that is just absolutely magnificent. People are attracted to you, and it's your energy. It is your being, your essence, and you are here to really help people. but help them in different ways. You don't see yourself as a person to help others, but I'm here to tell you that by you being who you are, being the person that you are, that dynamic personality, you can show people different sides. You're very good at showing, being the mediator, so to speak, of different ways of doing things, of showing them, well, look at this option. Well, then there's this option. And if you go with this option, you know, this could be a really magnificent outcome. You're a person who is kind of that person of a shoulder to cry on. Not necessarily that anybody has cried on your shoulder, but they feel very supported by you. They feel like you really do care. At your core, you really care. And so by doing this, you're healing. You're bringing love into the world. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. You know, your team is saying, continue on with this. Keep pushing forward with this. You don't even realize what you have, the potential that you have here, and how many lives you are really touching. It's a really beautiful, beautiful thing.
Well, thank you.
You have really been doing your part to help the world, to heal the world, and do whatever it is that you can do. Are you doing a lot of like donating your time? I'm seeing like giving back.
Yeah, I've recently done that, yes.
Okay.
Come in.
So, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I see. That's just that part, that giving part of you, and what it's doing is as you are giving back, you are also receiving. You have a little bit of a hard time receiving from others, and so you are very much a giver. So you have to be able to receive yourself as well, whether that be through someone helping you get through a tough time, someone giving you a compliment, whether it's a monetary value. You have to be able to open up and be able to receive, because as you open up and receive, you can give more, which gives you more to receive. So it's that balance in the universe to be able to do that. So they're saying that, you know, work on that really, really, because receiving is really hard, especially for those who give a lot. So it is a very
yes, it is.
Yes, it's very much a practice thing. And so they're encouraging you to continue to do this, because as you do this, it just opens up more and more for you. There's something around moving. Are you physically moving? Are you physically moving to a new location?
Thinking about it.
Okay. I see you moving. I see you changing. It's really more about changing locations rather than it is about changing homes or houses or things like that. It's pushing you. They're showing me that it's pushing you in that direction that you need to be going. So if you've been questioning whether this move is right for you, I'm getting that it's going to be a really positive change for you.
Okay.
They say don't worry about what's being left behind. You can't really look at it as being left behind. It's not going to be left behind. It's just going to be a new chapter. It's just going to look a little different than what you thought it was going to look like. Okay, so they're saying it's going to look different. So don't go into this with any preconceived ideas. Be very open to this, because what you think it might look like right now may not be what it's going to be, but it's going to be in your highest and best.
Okay.
Okay. It looks like to me that you're moving into an area that's there's a lot of nature. I see a lot of trees. And that's what you gravitate towards. You're very much about the nature. And so I see you moving into something more like that. It's going to give you that boost, that little bit of elbow room, so to speak, air to breathe, they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Are you moving upstate?
I was considering leaving the state.
Leaving the state, okay. They keep showing me upper state. So wherever this is that you're looking at going, again, I just see that there's this beauty of trees and water, and it's in an upper state. That's all they keep saying is upper state.
No, it's a southern state.
Okay. Okay.
A southern state, the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, lovely. Oh my goodness. Fantastic. Well, I definitely say, thank you and the best of luck to you on this, because I think it's going to be a magnificent change for you. I think you're going to thrive, really. And it makes my heart so happy. It just feels so wonderful.
Yeah, I've been there 3 times and just came back from there, and every time I go, I don't want to leave.
Oh, I feel that. I feel that. Well, Marilyn, thank you so much for calling in. We're coming down to the last few seconds of our show. So God bless you and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, that does it for us, everyone. Everybody stay safe and healthy during the 4th of July weekend. Set your intentions. Reach out to me on my Facebook page at Julie YeagerWalker Medium, or Your Time to Shine. You can always find me on my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Happy 4th, everybody.